In the heart of American history, amidst the tales of courage and the struggle for freedom, stands a signature so bold, it became a symbol of defiance. This is the story of John Hancock, a man whose legacy is etched not just on parchment, but in the very foundation of American independence. Born in the quiet town of Braintree, Massachusetts, John Hancock emerged from humble beginnings to become one of the most influential figures in the American Revolution. Today, we delve into his journey from a prosperous merchant to a patriot, whose signature alone spoke volumes against British tyranny. Hancock's story begins in 1737, in a world of colonial America, where the winds of change were just a whisper. Orphaned as a child, John was adopted by his wealthy uncle, Thomas Hancock, who owned a lucrative mercantile business in Boston. This twist of fate placed young Hancock in the lap of prosperity and opportunity. Educated at Harvard College, Hancock graduated at the age of 17, imbued with the knowledge and social stature needed to navigate the complexities of colonial society. But it was the inheritance of his uncle's business that truly set the stage for Hancock's ascent to wealth and influence. In an era strangled by British taxes and regulations, Hancock saw an opportunity where others saw oppression. His merchant ships, laden with goods, often bypassed British customs, a risky venture that endeared him to the colonists while painting a target on his back for British authorities. Hancock's smuggling operations were not just about profit. They were a silent rebellion against the unjust economic constraints imposed by the British Crown. Each clandestine voyage was a bold statement of defiance, a step towards the liberty he so dearly believed in. But it was the seizure of Hancock's ship, the Liberty, in 1768, that lit the fuse of rebellion in Boston. Accused of customs violations, the Liberty was confiscated by the British, sparking outrage among the colonists and propelling Hancock to the forefront of the resistance. The Liberty affair was more than just a dispute over a ship. It was a symbol of the struggle against tyranny, a rallying cry for those who dreamed of a free America. John Hancock, once a merchant, had become a beacon of hope, his name synonymous with the fight for independence. Join us as we continue to explore the life of John Hancock, from the halls of power in colonial Boston to the fields of battle in the fight for American independence. His journey is a testament to the spirit of a nation, a story of courage, sacrifice, and the unwavering belief in the pursuit of liberty. In an era where the winds of change were sweeping across the colonies, one figure rose above the tumult, embodying the fervor and spirit of the burgeoning revolution. John Hancock, with his leadership and eloquence, emerged as a beacon of hope, a symbol of defiance against the oppressive grip of British rule. Our narrative unfolds on the somber anniversary of the Boston Massacre. It was on this day that Hancock stood, not just as a man, but as a voice for the voiceless, his oration resonating like a clarion call through the annals of history. His words transcended mere speech. They were an embodiment of the colonial spirit, a staunch rebuke against tyranny, and a poignant tribute to the martyrs of liberty. Yet, the story of Hancock's contributions extends far beyond the power of his rhetoric. As president of the Second Continental Congress, he found himself at the epicenter of the Revolution, guiding the fledgling colonies through the stormy seas of rebellion with a steady hand and a clear vision. In the sweltering summer of 1776, as the Declaration of Independence stood on the cusp of marking the birth of a nation, Hancock's involvement took on a monumental significance. His signature, soon to be immortalized, would forever symbolize the indomitable spirit of a people yearning to breathe free. It's said that Hancock inscribed his name with such boldness, such clarity, that even King George III could read it without his spectacles. Whether shrouded in myth or steeped in fact, this act of defiance became a defining moment, etching Hancock's unwavering commitment to the cause of American independence into the very fabric of history. The signature of John Hancock on the Declaration of Independence transcends mere ink on parchment. It stands as a bold declaration of liberty, a symbol of defiance, and a testament to the courage and conviction of those who dared to envision a free and independent America. In the ember glow of revolution, we are reminded of titans like Hancock, whose bravery, leadership, and eloquent defiance carved a nation from the crucible of conflict. Their legacy is our legacy, an eternal beacon reminding us that the flame of freedom burns ever bright in the heart of America. As we delve further into the making of patriots and the birth of a nation, the story of John Hancock unfolds not merely as the saga of one man, but as the shared legacy of all who cherish the promise of liberty. As the dawn of independence broke over the newly formed United States, the weight of freedom rested heavily on the shoulders of its architects. Among them, John Hancock faced not just the challenge of governance, but the very real danger of being a marked man. In the early hours of April 19, 1775, the battles of Lexington and Concord were ignited, marking the first military engagements of the American Revolutionary War. Hancock and Samuel Adams, leaders of the Revolution, were specifically targeted by British forces, a testament to their influence and the threat they posed to British authority. Surviving the crucible of war, Hancock's journey was far from over. Elected as the governor of Massachusetts, he faced the daunting task of rebuilding a state marred by conflict and navigating the turbulent waters of post-revolution governance. Hancock's tenure as governor was marked by his commitment to reconciliation and rebuilding. Yet his vision for the young nation faced another hurdle with the proposed United States Constitution. An ardent advocate for individual rights, Hancock initially opposed the Constitution, fearing it lacked sufficient protections for the liberties for which so much had been sacrificed. His voice echoed the concerns of many, igniting a debate that would shape the future of America. In a pivotal turn, Hancock's leadership and influence were instrumental in forging a compromise. His endorsement of the Constitution, contingent upon the addition of a Bill of Rights, swayed the Massachusetts Convention. His actions not only facilitated the ratification of the Constitution by Massachusetts, but also ensured the safeguarding of individual liberties through the first 10 amendments. John Hancock's journey from a rebel leader to a statesman exemplifies the complex path of a nation in its infancy, grappling with the ideals of liberty and the realities of governance. His legacy, enshrined in the bold signature that defied a king and in the policies that guided a state, reminds us that the weight of freedom is borne not just by the ink of signatures, but by the actions and compromises of those who dare to lead. As we journey through the final chapter of John Hancock's remarkable life, we uncover the depth of his commitment to the young United States, not only through his political endeavors, but in his philanthropy and civic contributions. Hancock's generosity knew no bounds. His substantial contributions to Harvard College helped shape the future of education in America, nurturing the minds that would continue to build upon the nation's foundations. Beyond the halls of academia, his efforts to foster community and unity within the new nation laid the groundwork for a society built on mutual respect and cooperation. But who was the man behind the signature? John Hancock's personal life was filled with both joy and struggle. Married to Dorothy Quincy, together they navigated the tumultuous waters of a nation in birth, raising their children amidst the backdrop of revolutionary change. Despite his public responsibilities, Hancock was no stranger to personal adversity. His battle with gout, a painful condition that plagued him throughout his life, never diminished his resolve to serve his country and its citizens with unwavering dedication. Among Hancock's lasting contributions was his involvement in drafting the Massachusetts Constitution. His vision and principles helped shape this pioneering document, which would in turn influence the framework of American constitutional democracy. As we reflect on John Hancock's enduring legacy, it is clear that his impact extends far beyond the bold strokes of his famed signature on the Declaration of Independence. His life was a testament to the ideals of sacrifice, leadership, and an unwavering quest for liberty. John Hancock's story is woven into the very fabric of America's identity, reminding us that the foundations of our nation were laid by individuals who dared to dream of a better world. His legacy inspires us to continue the journey toward a more perfect union, grounded in the principles of freedom and justice for all. In the annals of American history, John Hancock stands as a towering figure, a symbol of the courage and commitment that birthed a nation. As we carry forward the torch of liberty, let us remember the sacrifices of those who came before us and strive to honor their memory through our actions and aspirations. As we close this chapter on John Hancock, let us reflect on the enduring impact of his life and leadership. In the story of Hancock, we find not merely the tale of one man's journey, but a narrative woven into the very fabric of American history, a reminder of the weight and the worth of freedom. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and legacy of John Hancock. May his story inspire you to leave your own mark on the world, a signature of your commitment to liberty and justice for all. And that does it for this episode of Revolutionary Minds, the Architects of American Liberty. Thank you very much for joining us, and I encourage you to watch this next video in our series. Also, keep an eye out for our new episode each week, where we explore different founding fathers and their impact on our nation and the world beyond.